The most important question I ever got was, what is your legacy? Not a material legacy, but if life stops here, how do you want to be remembered? What is that energy? How do people see you? This podcast series is a result of that question, what is my legacy? A phoenix is burning itself on a funeral pyre and rising from the ashes with renewed youth to live through another cycle. This fertile ash is filled with phoenix frequencies of compassion, love, forgiveness, intuition, wisdom, generosity, resilience, creativity, an evolution and involution. I've been in the ashes. I give voice to my phoenix. I share how I pioneer with ease. That's a lifestyle, a choice. I'm Nienke van Bezooijen, and I welcome you to listen and invite you to rise. Welcome to the Phoenix Frequencies. In the heart-brain coaching I do with clients, I see it as a hidden source of stress. The pleaser mode. Often that's seen as a weaker habit. It gives stress to find constant strategies to keep pleasing. I see people with a pleasing learned nature who have autoimmune problems, allergies, stress-related skin, lung and joint problems, fibromyalgia, trying to fit in until the body says, no more now. Gabor Mate gives countless resources and studies in his book, for example, The Myth of Normal, how self-suppression, pleasing kindness, can lead to life-destructive illnesses. People, or pet-pleasing, self-suppression isn't weak. It's a smart survival system when life is hard. It manipulates how the outcome of being with others becomes bearably positive or negative expressed. I see people pleasing as a silent fighting to feel safe. Or as someone said to me, I like people pleasing. I am a pleaser, like an identity. People pleasers can continue all their life with the hidden anger, fear, discontentment and grief under a beautiful looking garden. Flowers of kindness, gifts, compliments, being there for others, overcare are nurtured to feel and stay emotional safe. But that isn't weakness, that's surviving. But if the people pleaser feels undervalued, not appreciated enough, the true feelings from suppression will come out. They will attack by abandoning, blame, silent hostility, and that's just one of the expressions of the survival manipulation. The other expression is sometimes extreme victimhood, so the pleaser can be rescued or get victim attention. I grew up in a family full of these dynamics. Conversation or conflicts avoidance until it got too far and isolation of the source was the only normal solution. Infected family relationships as a result, where opinion and judgment are flourishing but never cleared by the roots. It took a long time for me to see that I've been a protection seeker through people pleasing myself. Because if I said no to keep my healthy boundaries, that would lead to being abandoned. So I kept my true feelings and thoughts for myself. I learned that the hard way. I learned from my Phoenix time the difference between the joy to give, to serve, free with no agenda or manipulation, or to act, to stay and feel safe. The joy to serve or share comes from a healthy source. Recognize the difference can be trained. It requires to become self-honest, and for people pleasers that can be terrifying. Sky high and dark, yes, but what ifs, will dominate from the mind and will silence the heart, and that will lead to stress. Because most of the time is what you want, not what you need. For 13 years, I've been taking heavy painkillers to make it possible to function as a single mother with fibromyalgia, combined with other heavy painkillers for multiple symptoms that the body would give me. Until the moment I gave a course a week away from home. When I arrived in my hotel room, I realized I'd left my medication at home. So no medication became my medication. What I wanted was living with at least less pain. What I needed was to look at myself. Cold turkey. And I chose to surrender with no painkillers for a week. And nothing dramatically happened. I realized the time I started the painkillers, that was a total different phase in my life. Mental pain, emotional, very unsafe times led me to a lot of physical trouble. But times had changed. So why staying prepared for winter storms when my life was in summer already? It became easy when I realized that. And to make a long story short, I spoke with my GP, quit all my medications in 4 weeks and never returned to it. I learned to train the uncomfortable situation into reality checks. I learned to stop taking comments as critique, own what I can do, and leave other people's projections to them. I don't have to do that all. I don't need to eat all what life serves me, to look good, to be always the one with a Mona Lisa smile, hiding, pleasing. And yes, it cost me friendship with other people pleasers, the ones I thought were friends in their pleasing. I can see that with compassion, without feeding the attacks, the victim mode or rejections. It's impolite to walk someone else's footsteps in their personal growth. By now I can check with 4 simple steps to see if I'm pleasing or genuine, authentically kind. So 1. What is my behavior giving me? Is that an energy gain or an energy drain? 2. Why am I acting like I do? And be self-honest with that. 3. What am I protecting for myself? What am I afraid of? 4. Is there another way to act based on what I need to feel safe? It isn't a lot, but you can give it a shot. You're not wrong or bad as a people pleaser, but I wish for you to unlock your true authentic expression so you can feel safe as you. I invite you to explore and to spread your butterfly wings and fly out of the pleasing caterpillar mode. Because pleasing is like eating, overeating. So change your diet, less sugarcoating. Refresh yourself in how you act. Change your responsibility. And rise.